wider adapter for the attachment to a pistol rail. So this version is the infrared laser. There's also a red laser version. So we take a look at the adapter. So this is basically the clamp that clamps onto your pistol rail. It has a single bolt with a latch here that clamps on. This is the actual laser itself. So this is the laser that screws into the adapter. You have the windage and elevation adjustment screws here. You simply undo the rear, and this is where the battery would go. So this is the vibration cap. It comes with a couple of batteries. So these are like little watch type batteries that are packed into a little plastic case. So there's 3 batteries in there. You have to make sure you check the correct polarity when you put these in. You want to have the positive side facing up towards you as you put it into the actual device. So check that. There's an actual spring just inside, so you can get like a spring tension. So you can feel that. You just let it rest on the spring, and then you can put the vibration cap back onto it. So just screw that on over the battery. Make sure you screw that on reasonably firmly, but also make sure you don't over tighten. So pinch out. That's your laser ready to go. So obviously this has a vibration sensor obviously on the recoil of the pistol, and that triggers the laser. So make sure that's just nipped up. Obviously the adapter itself is pretty straightforward. Obviously that's just a housing for the laser itself, with obviously the hinge here to, as I mentioned, to clamp onto the rail. You need to make sure obviously that you have a pistol that has a rail attachment. So obviously we won't be able to use this. This here is a Glock 17 air pistol, and you can see the rail here, which is obviously where we're going to mount the adapter. This one has obviously a simple little rail system with like a one slot, like Picatinny rail type attachment. But anything like this will do fine. You can, as long as you can have something to clamp to. So it literally just obviously rests on the rail, and you can adjust it to the relevant position you want it to be at, and then just clamp it down. I typically want to clamp mine down so the laser itself will obviously be close to in line with the muzzle. They do give you actually a couple of Allen keys for this. So you have an Allen key for attaching the actual adapter, and there's also an Allen key for adjusting the windage and elevation. So I'm just going to open this quickly. A bit fiddly. So as I mentioned, you've got the one for the adapter and the one to adjust the windage elevation. They also give you a little grub screw as well, which you need to be careful of. You don't lose. That's if you ever lose one, you've got a spare one. And these are obviously the adjustments for the windage elevation. So you can see those at the kind of 12, 6, 3 and 9 o'clock position. And that lets you obviously adjust your point of impact, point of aim. Okay, so let's go ahead and attach this adapter to the rail. So as I mentioned, your rail will have some adjustment on there. You can obviously position it where you want. Typically go for a position where I can have the laser kind of flush with the muzzle of the gun. So you can obviously check that here by just obviously screwing that into the actual housing, or just line it up outside. So just obviously means it will be level with it. It's all personal taste. I mean, I just do that because just for my personal position of where I want the laser to be. You obviously have to be a bit aware of the fact that obviously the elevation and windage screws will obviously be sort of like obstructed by the gun itself if you have it in this configuration. So you will need to obviously be aware of that, and we'll talk about that in a sec. So once you're happy with the placement, you just want to nip up this bolt here on the rail. Just make sure again it's tight, but don't over tighten it, because you can damage the device or your own rail on your pistol. So once that's done, you're pretty much good to go. So just quickly talk about the elevation and windage. So as you can see here, you've got like a little marker here where you need to position one of the grub screws on that, so you get the kind of 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock position, which gives you obviously the ability to be able to obviously have windage adjustments. Again, as I mentioned, set up at the moment on here, you will need to obviously allow for the fact that you won't be able to access one of the grub screws when it's set up. So all you need to do then is obviously ensure that you basically wind back on the actual physical laser itself, so you can actually get access to one of them. So obviously just to showing that you've got the kind of elevation adjustment screw right at the top, but it's hidden away. So what you'd have to do is obviously just unscrew in order to get access to that web screw. So you just of it, then you can make your adjustments as you see fit. And then obviously once you've done that, you then pushing it back so you know that that's in the 12 o'clock position. Ensure that obviously you've got the right configuration there for your elevation settings, your windage settings as well. So obviously this is obviously a good solution if you don't have the short strike inserts or the barrel inserts that you can have for some of the supported pistols. So yeah, so once you've obviously done, and obviously the laser adapter can stay on the pistol, you need to make sure you remove obviously the battery to ensure that it doesn't sort of like discharge. So that's always something you should definitely do. But the adapter itself can obviously sit on the gun. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So that's the laser ammo sort of like a spider adapter, and this is obviously in the infrared laser, but you can also get the red laser version. So yeah, so obviously a useful bit of kit if you need to set up an airsoft or an air pistol for using with the smokeless range. Thanks for watching.